Hi everyone! There is no time to waste. Give us a like and let's get the show on the pitch. I've never seen a player who's been persecuted like Vinicius. They tell and do to him whatever they want. And what should he do? He's kicked. He's whistled. He's insulted. He scores goals and provides assists. Everyone should change their attitude regarding Vini. Carlo Ancelotti thinks. El Clasico has been scheduled at 9 p.m. on Sunday, April 21st. It is official. Tom Cleverley will assume the position of interim head coach at Watford. This follows the club terminating the contract of Valerian Ismael after a home defeat to Coventry City. Lorenzo Insigne scored a beautiful goal for Toronto FC. He is still doing it. Ajax are considering giving Erik ten Hag his old job back amid doubts over his Manchester United future. After losing 4-2 to Cagliari earlier, Ochoa has now conceded 1,000 goals in his professional career. Xavi is a close friend of mine, and seeing him suffer hurts me deeply, Ivan Rakitic said. FC Barcelona have sent their contract renewal offer until 2030 to Pau Cubarsí. His release clause will be 1 billion euros. Cubarsí only wants to stay at Barcelona and succeed here for many years. If someone told me that after the first 2 or 3 months, the whole stadium is singing the Harvard song with that passion, it would be hard to believe. That's what happens to good people and an exceptional player. It's impossible not to love him, Arteta said. Footballers are a bit easy in England. The pressure that you have to endure in Spain, this is what makes it even more special. You have a show every night about Real Madrid or Barcelona. The pressure, the press. You know how the expectation is if you take number 5 of Zidane. When you celebrate, you're like this? Oh, well done, mate. Thierry Henry voiced his opinion about Bellingham's success. 18-year-old Jobe Bellingham scored a goal in the championship match, in which his side Sunderland lost to Southampton with 4-2. Nevertheless, the goal is still amazing, isn't it? Pochettino reveals he cancelled dinner with his wife after Chelsea draw. Saturday, after the Brentford game, the draw was like a loss. It killed my wife because I cancelled our dinner. I said I don't want to go for dinner, I wanted to stay at home. Borussia Dortmund winger Jadon Sancho scored in the Bundesliga matchday 25 fixture against Werder Bremen. This is his first goal after coming back to the team. Inigo Martinez is set to stay at FC Barcelona this summer. The club considers him an essential player. Ramsdale, mistakes are part of football. Reacting is crucial and he did so in a fantastic way. We really wanted to win for Aaron, we are so happy, Arteta stated after the match. Actually, I don't think Havertz should be on the pitch when he scored. It was a clear dive. Maybe it's difficult for the ref, but the linesman should have seen it, Brentford head coach Thomas Frank claims. Harry Kane continues to score. As of this moment, he has 35 goals and 8 assists in 34 appearances. He is the leader of the race for the Golden Boot. Mike Dean questions referee Sonny Hill signing autographs at halftime. Maybe when you're warming up before the game, but not at halftime when you've got a game to do. It's just bang out of order. Manchester City will have an Oasis-themed third kit to mark the 30th anniversary of Definitely Maybe, the Oasis debut album. Who will win the Champions League? Barcelona, Ivan Rakitic believes. Bayern director Max Eberl and the new manager. We want it as quickly as possible, but it also has to fit. We already have a list of priorities that we want to work through and make sure we do it as quickly as possible, Sky told. The atmosphere in the Belgrade derby is always eye-catching. This is Crvena Zvezda versus Partizan match. Neil Warnock has stepped down as interim Aberdeen manager. In the game between Bayern and Mainz, referee Patrick Ittrich had to administer first aid after Joshua Guilavogui had lost consciousness and swallowed his tongue following a collision with teammate Anthony Cassie. Leon Goretzka on his future. I'm not thinking about that at all at the moment. I think that's the club's job. We are fully focused on the season, Sky reports. Cadiz had not won a La Liga game since September 1st, 2023. Yesterday they beat Atletico 2-0. Andre Onana has kept more Premier League clean sheets than Alisson this season. Wayne Rooney was asked how much sympathy he has for Marcus Rashford. Not much, to be honest. He is in a privileged position where he plays for Manchester United. Football in England and Spain are almost different sports. The key is understanding the rhythm. In Spain, it's patient and tactical. In England, football is more a question of intensity, Rodri noted. Now I'm better and I'm very happy. You will see much more from me, trust me. Hopefully in the coming years we'll fight for big things. And hopefully we get top 4 this season because it's very important, Andre Onana said. I want to work tomorrow if possible, but I don't want to make the wrong decision. Roma was great. We did 2 European finals in 2 years. That's hard in a club that never did it. I have to wait for the right opportunity, Jose Mourinho told in an interview with Sky Sports. Since his debut in February 2020, no player has scored more Premier League penalties than Bruno Fernandes. He scored 17 goals. Salah on the day Klopp announced his leaving. We had a meeting at 10:30, which is weird. I came in and saw his agent and thought he's renewed his contract. And then Van Dijk told me he was leaving. I was like, why? The Egyptian king told Sky. Garnacho is the first ever Man United player to win 2 penalties in the same Premier League game. Courtois and Militao will be back after the international break, Carlo Ancelotti shared. And now let's have a look at the results of yesterday's matchday. Here's a brief recap of yesterday's games. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich demolished Mainz with a score of 8-1. We especially highlight Harry Kane's hat-trick. Next up is Serie A, where the main event of the day was the clash between Bologna and Inter. Thiago Motta versus Simone Inzaghi. The visitors emerged victorious with a goal from Bisek. Meanwhile, in the Premier League, Man United beat Everton thanks to penalty goals from Bruno and Rashford, whilst Arsenal defeated Brentford in the top game of the day due to Havertz's winner in the 86th minute, 2-1, and the Gunners take the lead in the standings. Moving on to the main news of the release. Manchester United's consideration of Zinedine Zidane for the head coach's role at Old Trafford would not be a surprise, as journalist Ben Jacobs hints that INEOS are also monitoring Ruben Amorim and Graham Potter. The Red Devils have recently undergone a minority takeover headed by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who will have the final say in football and sporting matters behind the scenes. Head coach Erik Ten Hag's future in the dugout is still being determined. Dani Alves, the former Sevilla, Barcelona, Juventus and Brazilian national team defender, has died after committing suicide in prison. Brazilian journalist Paulo Albuquerque shocked the world last night. I've received information that Dani Alves committed suicide, Albuquerque wrote. The journalist, who had 11.7 thousand followers, received a lot of comments accusing him of misinformation. All in all, the post received more than 1,200 comments ranging from accusations of spreading fake news to condolences to Alves' family. Later on, Alves' representatives officially denied reports of his death, saying that no one had ever committed any suicide. The footballer is safe and sound at the moment. PSG will attempt to sign Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. in case Kylian Mbappe decides to join the club from Madrid. French insider Daniel Riolo told the Laughter Food podcast, I imagine that with Mbappe at Real, PSG will try to bring in Vinicius. They are planning to attempt the deal. I'm not saying they'll succeed. PSG, when they want something, can create doubt at Real. If they offer a large sum, Perez might eventually give in. That would be the worst recruitment mistake. Vinicius in Paris. I give him 3 months before completely sinking. I think it would be the worst thing in the world to get him, Riola said. PSG are seeing Barcelona winger LAMINE YAMAL as a replacement for Kylian Mbappe, Marca reports. The Paris side is willing to pay Blaugranas 200 million euros for the 16-year-old Spanish winger. The Catalan club is already aware of the interest towards the player. Moreover, Portuguese agent Jorge Mendes came to Barcelona this week in order to discuss the possibility of this transfer with club president Joan Laporta. The agent is ready to act as an intermediary in this deal. During this conversation, the Barcelona chairman assured him that the club refused to sell the player. The release clause in his contract with the club is worth 1 billion euros. Folks, be sure to check out videos from our project as well. The Football News channel was with you. Have a nice day everyone. Bye bye.